Hello friends, in this video we are describing basic concepts of HTML for developing web pages. Hopefully by the end of this video you will be able to create your own HTML page. So let's start. For HTML we have to first open a blank document in Notepad. The basic, or I must say the coding of every web page start with the HTML tag, that is this is the opening tag and this one is the closing tag. The basic difference between the opening and the closing tag is that in the closing tag there is a false slash. The whole web page structure lies between these two tags. Within the HTML tag we have two sections. The head section with opening and closing, and the body section again with opening and closing tags. Both of these sections have opening and closing tags. So let's start with the head tag. The head tag contains the title tag, within the title tag we write those words which we want to see on the title bar of our web page. For example, let's write how it is done. Now let's save the document. Remember, the saving should be done by typing .html or .htm in the file's name. Homework.html. Save. Now open the saved document with any of the browser. So here on the title bar you can see it is written how it is done. So let's come back to the Notepad to learn more. Now let's move to the body tag. Anything which you want to see on your web page will come between these two tags. For example, if you want to see how are you or anything else on your web page, just type those words between these two tags. For example, how are you, and save it. Here you can see the same thing will appear on the web page. How are you? Generally every page starts with a heading, and for heading the HTML provides us various tags. For example, the h1 tag, h2 tag, h3, h4, h6, h5 and h6. The h6 is the last tag and the h1 is the starting tag. H1 creating the biggest heading and the h6 creating the smallest one. So let's use these two tags. For example, let's type between the h1 tag, it creates the biggest heading. And h6 tag also, it creates the smallest heading. And save it. Now let's move to the web page. Here you can see it creates the biggest heading, that is created by the h1 tag, and it creates the smaller heading, that is it is created by the h6 tag. So now after heading we need paragraphs. For paragraph we have the p tag. Let's delete it first. We have the p tag for paragraphs. It is the first paragraph. The paragraph tag have opening tag and the closing tag. Let's save it and move to the next our web page. Here you can see it is the first paragraph. Now if you want to add more paragraphs, for example, again use the p tag. Conjuring 2 is a classic movie. And save it. And if you watch it on the web page, it looks something like this. Conjuring 2 is a classic movie. Suppose if you want to write a poem, then if you want to move to the next line, the distance between two lines will be more if you use the p tag. So for poems and anything else, and while cutting lines in the paragraph, we have the br tag. So delete it first. Suppose after this you want to start with the next line. So just use the br tag and write Conjuring 2 is a classic movie, and just save it and then move back to your web page. It will look something like this. The Conjuring 2 will come slightly above, which can be used while creating paragraphs. So the paragraph tag has been completed. If you want to add a horizontal line to your web page, then just use HR tag and just save it. A horizontal line will appear on the web page. So ultimately, now we are going to start with some exciting thing, that is the image tag. If you want any image on your web page, just use the image tag. So for example, first let's clear all these things. To add an image to your web page, you have to use an image tag. The image tag starts with the img tag, img src. src stands for source, equal to double quotes / over. So now let's take an image. For adding image, you need to know its location first. For example, on my desktop I have saved an image by the name of cool. You can find its location just by clicking a right click and going to the properties. Here on the properties you can find the location, that is C drive users login desktop. Just copy it and move to the notepad and just paste the thing between the double quotes. After pasting the thing between the double quotes, just type a / and type the image name. The image name here is cool, and the image has the format of .png. Remember, while writing the image name, you should write its format name also. So just type cool.png and save it. Now let's see the progress. Here you can see the image have come on our web page. Hope you understand all these things. For any queries or suggestion, mail us to techguru1106@gmail.com. Thank you for watching it. Ram Ram.